drill down more into tariffs. James Moore Jr. is founder and CEO of the Washington Institute for Business, Government and Society.
Well, clearly there's a great concern on the part of the automotive industry here in the United States. Stellaris has already shut down some of their factories temporarily until they can figure out exactly what is transpiring. I spoke recently with Vice Chairman of Ford Motor Company, and it's clear that they are very concerned about what is going to transpire. But indeed, there's no question that there's going to be a negative impact on the automobile industry here in the United States.
Which countries and companies are going to feel the most pain?
Well, certainly the big three here in the United States will be experiencing a certain amount of pain. There's been, it's interesting. I was very much involved when I served under the Reagan administration in dealing with the creation of NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement, that was then turned into a finer agreement in dealing with the composure of the relationship between the United States and Canada and Mexico. In those days, there was a sense that it was going to be through numbers and being able to have the three countries come together to be able to make different parts. But when you have all of a sudden, for example, parts 200 and 300 parts of any single automobile coming from overseas, and then those parts actually have parts from other countries overseas, you've got a real serious situation. And we're talking about adding $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 per automobile. And that is going to have a dramatic impact not only on the automobile manufacturers, but on the consumers themselves, particularly when you realize that for each consumer, an automobile is the second largest purchase that they will make in their lifetimes, the other being their homes. And so this is an important period, an important juncture for American consumers, in addition to overseas manufacturers.
We know that there's lots of negotiations going on at the White House before that deadline for those really high tariffs in July. But we're also hearing, for example, the visit from Japan this weekend, not so positive. I'm just wondering how you think it's going to play out.
I think it's going to be difficult. I know that there have been different timetables as to when certain tariffs would come into place, when certain tariffs might be removed. But this is a brave new world scenario, and we just don't know how it's going to turn out at the end of the day. America has never, ever, including the administrations of McKinley and of Andrew Jackson, et cetera, that have, in fact, had this kind of a comprehensive implication and the way that it's been geared. And so we're trying very much to try to anticipate what this means and what it'll ultimately mean to the American consumer.